I greet you according to your time and the time you are meeting this video. You know, from what is happening right now, it is obvious and very clear that, how will I put it? That Ooni of Ife have finally ended his marriage with Queen Naomi. Unless God intervene, it is only by God's intervention that this marriage will stand again. Seriously. But this is not what we prayed for. This is not what we have been praying for between these two people. But who are we? It is only the will of God that will happen. This lover have made it clear that Ooni of Ife have married this woman in question. It is no more news. It is no more something hidden, And let's not forget that when Ooni of Ife wanted to marry Mariam, it was this lover, like this. So a lot of people were saying that this lover is lying. This lover is lying against Ooni of Ife. After everything, what happened? And that was when it was during the time that this lover carried this news that Laide Badmus contacted Mariam and asked her, see what I'm hearing about you and Ooni of Ife, is it true? And they said Mariam denied it. Ooni of Ife denied it. You can imagine. And that was how they started calling this lover a fake blogger. You are carrying fake news and all of that. At the end of everything, didn't Ooni marry Mariam? He did. This Temitope too. When her own started with the king, this lover carried it like this. So they called this lover a fake news carrier and all of that. And at the end of the day, Ooni of Ife ended up marrying Temitope. And let me tell you, Queen Naomi would have been back in Ooni of Ife's palace long before now. The time that everything got scattered, was when Ooni married Dr. Elizabeth. If you have been following this gist, it got to a point where both Deji of Akure, Reverend Funke Adejumo, this Reverend Esther, these people are the people that Olori Shekinat, they are the people that Queen Naomi listens to. She respects them a whole lot. She obeys them. This group of people talked to Queen Naomi then. They were able to convince her to return back to her husband. And Ooni of Ife's father too, because that one loves Queen Naomi so much. They said his earnest wish is for Queen Naomi to return back to his son, because he have seen the impact that Queen Naomi have on his son. So all of these people, they were working tirelessly to see that Queen Naomi returns back to the palace. And all of them have agreed. And Queen Naomi too, we heard that she was preparing to return back to the palace. But because, let me tell you, if you ask me, I will say that these people have manipulated the king once again. Prophecy have it that they have been doing everything within their power to ensure that that 2nd June that Queen Naomi did not return back to the palace. As a matter of fact, the prophecy have it that they have projected that to the king and it have hit the king. And judging from what is happening right now, you find out that true, what the prophecy said is the truth. So I don't believe Ooni of Ife is doing this thing with his clear eye. Although a lot of people will say, he loves women, and it's because he loves women, that is why he's doing all of that. This is this, that. Let me tell you, sometimes when the evil ones want to manipulate you, they will use something that they know that you like. And let me tell you, if you like something and you know that when you eat that thing, it is going to cause problem for you, when you are with your clear eye, you might not want to eat that thing. But when you are under manipulations, you will eat that thing. And people with carnal eyes will be seeing it that he loves women. That is why this and that. It's not all about loving women or not loving women. I believe at this point the king have been manipulated again. Seriously. And their main reason is such that Queen Naomi will not return back to that palace. Okay, take for instance, during that time she was planning to return back. Mariam knows that she was planning to return back. Mariam started manipulating him. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that Mariam must have used something on the king to go for Dr. Elizabeth when he did. And at that point, everything got spoiled. Queen Naomi decided that she's not coming back again. It was then that she granted that interview where she said that she refused to be a square peg round the, how did she say it? That is to tell you that they know how to get to her. They know that with those women, she will say, no, 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 I'm not coming back, I'm not coming back. Let me tell you, anyway, I believe that in all of this, God will not allow Queen Naomi to be put to shame. At the end of the day, they might end up making the king to marry up to 28 wives. But at the end of the day, Queen Naomi will still return back to the palace. And some of these women will be the ones to suffer it. Look at now, Toby is suffering. Is she not? She's crying. The king is not paying attention to her. The king is this, the king is that. Why the king was busy going after Queen Naomi? Until at this point, maybe they have turned his face against Queen Naomi again to go for another woman. And I believe all of this thing is happening because of that protective charm they took away from him. And they said if a priest made it clear that for the fact that they have taken away that if they have been the protective charm have been tampered, that they are going to manipulate him in such a way that he will not like, or in a way that they are not supposed to manipulate him. And I bet you what is happening right now is manipulations. Don't forget that allegedly they said Reverend Esther Ajayi told Queen Naomi that this is the time to buckle up. This is the time to be very extremely careful. This is the time to pray hard because these people are not resting. So let me tell you, I don't even like that idea of saying that Queen Naomi is returning back on so. They shouldn't have mentioned that date. They should have kept it for them to themselves and wait till that time. Because now that they have said Queen Naomi is coming back on so date, these people will work, they will do everything within their power to ensure that she never returns back on that date. But I believe if they did not mention that date and they were working towards achieving that, even though they will go and inquire, because some of them will go as far as going to Miro to go and check and all of that, at least they will not be able to get to the stage of manipulating the king into going to marry another man, another woman. I don't know. This thing, this whole thing. And I am just trying to tell you that if this thing turns out to be true, this reconciliation might take another 5 years or another 2 years if it is going to happen. Because Queen Naomi will not, unless there is a way that God works so. Unless God gave Queen Naomi wisdom. Because in this case now, what she needs now is God's grace and wisdom. With the grace of God and wisdom, she will conquer. Don't be surprised that the king might marry this woman. In less than a year or two, the woman will start lamenting. The marginalization is too much. Why are you paying attention to Prince Tadenikawo and Queen Naomi more than us? Why this? Why that? That beauty will be there. That money will be there because we heard that the woman is wealthy. She's beautiful. You can see for yourself. But all of those things will be there. He will return back to his original love, to the person whom God have blessed him with. And the women will be the ones to suffer it. They will be the ones to suffer it. And the funny part of it is that the king, they cannot go and meet with another man. And a man who have 8 wives is only the most favorite will enjoy that marriage, because he will always make out time to be with that person that he cherished and loved. You see this snacking thing, they will be lacking behind. As in, they will yearn for it and they can never get it. Unless maybe they will go and get artificial. Because they cannot go and meet with another man. Because the king cannot satisfy all of them. The conjugal duties that he's supposed to do as a husband, they will not be able to be getting it. And this is one of the reasons they said Mariam is always crying right now, always complaining, always going to the king's chamber, and the king will send her out and all of that. So at the end of this whole thing, it is these women that are going to suffer it. Okay, just use what is happening right now before we started hearing this other news. Ooni of Ife bought a house for Queen Naomi here. Ooni of Ife established an oil company for Queen Naomi. Ooni of Ife did this for Queen Naomi, do that for Queen Naomi. Because Queen Naomi is having Prince Tade Nikawo. Whether the marriage continues or not, we will still be hearing investment that Ooni of Ife made in Tade's name, which goes to Queen Naomi. So the women are the ones that will suffer at the end of this whole story. Yes, so because the king would definitely go for Queen Naomi unless Queen Naomi, even if Queen Naomi decides to go, Ooni of Ife might not allow her to go. And we do know that without that, without destroying that covenant they had or traditional stuff they did, Queen Naomi cannot go. Yes, she cannot go from what we are hearing allegedly, because I will always remind you that all of these that we are sharing with you, they are all alleged information, don't forget. So if it turns out that it is true, the king have, will I say, ended the marriage, because Queen Naomi will decide to go. But is the king going to allow her to go? That is another question. Of course, he is never going to allow Queen Naomi to go. One of the reasons is because Queen Naomi have Prince Tade Nikawo. The second reason is because he wouldn't want another man to raise his boy for him. And considering the fact that Tade is supposed to be nurtured in the way of royalty, he would want Tade to grow before him in his palace, so that he will prepare him for the future. Because according to their tradition, every male child in that family needs to be prepared as a king, because you don't know tomorrow. The mantle of leadership might fall on any of them. And if that person is not prepared, it will automatically move to another family. And this is something they wouldn't want to happen. So Ooni of Ife is never going to give up on Queen Naomi. Whether they manipulate him into marrying another person or not, he will still go back to Queen Naomi. Yes, so he will still go back to Queen Naomi. I pity the women. I pity the women who are agreeing to marry him. They will be answering Olorio, having a luxurious life and all of that. But you see that love and affection that husband give to wives, they will not be getting it. They will not receive it. Forget packaging, they will come outside and package themselves very well, wear expensive lace, ride expensive cars and all of that. But does that guarantee their happiness? No, it doesn't bring happiness. You will keep hearing that this person is complaining. Look at Ashley's condition right now. Had it been Ashley got married to an average man who loves her for who she is, I'm sure she wouldn't have been complaining. I'm sure by now she will be enjoying her marriage and still maintain a very good relationship with Ooni of Ife. But because she wants to be an Olori, who is crying now? Is it Queen Naomi? No. Queen Naomi cried when she was in the palace, when they were frustrating her. But now that she's outside, they were the ones begging her. Have you not heard that Ashley is always begging for Queen Naomi's forgiveness? Have you not heard that Ooni of Ife is always begging her to return back to him? Have you not heard how all the wives and some of the elders who joined force together to manipulate her out of the palace, how they were all begging? They say he who laughed last laughed best. Queen Naomi is laughing last, and she is laughing best. If they like, let them manipulate the king into marrying as many women as possible. Queen Naomi will still return back to the palace. You see, this marriage, it is not going to end. It is not going to end. And that is why I have advised Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife, let them stay in that Lekki mansion and start having babies. The women can go ahead and have the palace of Ile-Ife kingdom. When Ooni of Ife, when Queen Prince Tadenika will grow, he will return back to his father's house. Yes, so because the king can as well nurture him in the Lekki mansion. I don't know what you guys think. Whatever you think, please share with us on the comment section. And please give my video a thumbs up, okay? Why I titled why I give it this title is because with Ooni of Ife's action, he is finally going to end that marriage. When I mean ending it now that a lot of people are expecting it to be, you know, to be sweet, but I don't think he is going to let Queen Naomi go, even if he is still marrying uh, as many women as possible. He will always want Queen Naomi, for himself. Hey guys, this life, balance. So this life, no balance. Let's just hope and pray that they are all alleged. Like I will always tell you, they are all alleged information, okay? Thanks for watching. Please give my video a thumbs up. Give my video a thumbs up. I love you for staying with me. Thank you so much. My God will bless you. Bye for now. See you soon.